In this video lecture, I am going to discuss about family welfare program, human rights and value education from environmental science and engineering, subject code GEP 2001 for BE students from Unit 5, Human Population and the Environment. Family Welfare Program. Family Welfare Program was implemented by the Government of India as a voluntary program. It is an integral part of overall growth of the nation, which covering human health, maternity, family welfare, child care, and especially women's rights. It was started in the year 1952. In 1977, it is redesignated from National Family Planning Program to National Family Welfare Program, and also changed the name of the ministry from the Ministry of Health and Family Planning to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It is a reflection of the government's worry to promote family planning through the total welfare of the family. Objectives of Family Welfare Program. The main objectives of Family Welfare Program is slowing down the population by reducing the fertility. Another objective is reduce the pressure on the environment. You know that if the population increases, then automatically pressure also increases on the environment due to over exploitation of natural resources by the people. Population stabilization ratio. What is population stabilization ratio? It is a ratio between crude birth rate and crude death rate. In the developed countries, they are maintaining the stabilization ratio is more or less 1, which indicating what? Which indicating zero population growth. The stabilization ratio of developing countries like India is nearing 3, which is expected to lower down by 2025. Stabilization in developing country is possible only through various family welfare programs. According to the UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs estimates, India's population will reach 150 crore by 2030 and it will increase 164 crore by 2050. This would make India become number 1 in population. At the time, we will overtake the China. At present, India hosts 17.7% of the world population, with only 2.45% of the global surface area. And we are having the water resources just 4%. Concept of Family Welfare Program. The main concept of Family Welfare Program is maintain the quality of people life. It includes education, nutrition, health, employment, women's welfare, etc. It is a centrally sponsored program. For this family welfare program, almost all the states, they are receiving 100% assistance from the central government. India is the second most population country in the world. India became the first country to formulate a national family planning program in 1952. The main objective of the policy was reducing the birth rate and stabilize the national economy. India's contribution to world population. India contributes 17.7% in the world population. At the same time, Chinese contribution is 19.4%. The difference between India and China is less than 2%. World population from the year 200 to 2020. In the year 200, the world population is 19 crore. In the year 1000, 27.5 crore. In the year 1600, it reached 50 crore. And 1804, it reached 100 crore. And in the year 1900, it reached 160 crore. In the year 1927, it reached 200 crore population. In the year 1960, it reached 303 crore population. In the year 1980, it reached 445. In the year 1990, 532 crore. 2000, 614 crore. And 2010, it reached 695 crore population. And 2020, it reached 779 crore population. Current world population as on 25/2021 at 12 p.m. Current world population is 786.69 crore approximately. In the same day, birth rate is approximately 1,94,000. Death rate approximately 81.8 thousand. Overall population growth in that same day 1,13,000. Overall birth in this year up to this day 5.35 crore. Death up to this day approximately 2.24 crore. Population of India. The current population of India is 139 crore as on May 19, 2021 approximately, based on Worldometer. India 2020 population is estimated at 138 crore. India population is equivalent to 17.7% of total world population. India ranks number 2 in the list of countries. The population density in India is 464 per square kilometer, because our land area is just 29.73 lakh. When you compare with the another country, we are having less land area when you compare with Russia and China. 35% of population is urban. The remaining population is in the rural. The median age in India is 28.4 years. The first synchronous census in India was held in 1881. Since then, census have been undertaken once every 10 years. Countries in the world by population. China population is 143.9 crore approximately. The population density in China is 153 person per square kilometer. World share is in population 19.4%. In our India, population is 138 crore approximately. Density 464% per square kilometer. In India, world share is 17.7% in population. When you compare with the Russia, their population is 14.5 crore approximately, but the density of population is just 9% per square kilometer, because Russia have more land area when compared with China and India, and their world share in the population is 1.87%. And our neighbor country, Pakistan, their population is 22 crore approximately. The population density is 287 square kilometer, and their contribution in the population is 2.83%. Next, how the population grows, it increase the pressure on the environment. You can see here, when increasing the population, every year deforestation is approximately 15.88 lakh hectares. Land degradation is approximately 21.38 lakh hectares. And carbon dioxide emission per year 1,107 crore tons per year. And desertification per year is approximately 36.65 lakh hectares. And toxic chemical emission is approximately 29.91 lakh tons. If the population increases, it directly affects the water resources. You can see here, water utilized every year in the world is approximately 135 crore million of liters. Water related disease causes death. Due to waterborne disease, death rate is approximately 2.57 lakh every year. Approximately 79.2 crore people with no access to a safe drinking water source. Food resources, approximately 85 crore people undernourished in the world. Overweight people in the world, approximately 170 crore people. Obese people in the world, approximately 78 crore. People who died of hunger every day is 15.6 thousand approximately. In the USA, they are spending more money for obesity related disease. They are spending approximately $30.4 crore, and also they are spending more money for weight loss program every day. That is approximately $9.65 crore. Destruction of natural resources. It is important to implement family planning. Family planning means planning by individual or couple to choose how many children to have, when to have them. Family welfare include not only planning of birth, and also it provides birth spacing, birth control, and health care of pregnant women and infant. It also reduces the number of illegal and illegal abortion. The main aim to improve the quality of life of the people. India is the first country in the world that implemented the family welfare program at a government level. For that program, India provides 100% assistance to all the states to implement this program. Government has concentrated on this program in various 5-year plans through higher priority was accorded to it. Population control methods. There are two methods, temporary methods and permanent methods. In the temporary methods, one of the way is condom usage, another one is oral contraceptive pills. In the oral contraceptive pills, two methods are used. Combined oral contraceptives, that is Mala N. It refers here. Combined oral contraceptive use two hormones, that is estrogen and progesterone. This combined oral contraceptive, that is Mala N, is used to prevent pregnancy from taking place by stopping release of an egg from the ovary. Emergency contraceptive pills also the same, but both are side effect. Both are having side effect. In the case of permanent methods, male sterilization as well as female sterilization. Male sterilization is, in another way, it is referred as NSV, which means here no scalpel vasectomy is a modern method of delivery, ligation and excision of vas deferens without use of a knife. This male sterilization provides a permanent sterilization option for male. It is safe and effective method. Female sterilization, in other ways referred as mini-lap. Mini-lap means mini laparotomy. That is, mini laparotomy is an abdominal surgical operation. Mini laparotomy has been performed safely and frequently almost all the countries. Next topic is human rights. Human rights are the fundamental rights which are possessed by all human beings irrespective of their caste, nationality, sex and language. The United Nations adopted and proclaimed Universal Declaration of Human Rights on 10th December 1948. The universally accepted human rights are human rights to freedom, human rights to property, human rights to freedom of religion, human rights to culture and education, human rights to constitutional remedies, human rights to equality, human rights against exploitation, human rights to food and environment, and finally human rights to food well. Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India is federal in nature. It is adopted by the Indian Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949 and came into effect on 26th January 1950. Its adoption is celebrated as a Republic Day in India every year. The Constitution of India provides for civil, social, cultural, educational and political rights. At present, the UN recognizes a total of 197 countries. These include 193 member countries, 2 UN observers. They are Vatican and Palestine, and Taiwan and Kosovo, which is widely regarded as self-governed territories. What are fundamental rights? Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and education, right to constitutional remedies. So these are called fundamental rights. Right to equality. Article 14 to 18 illustrate the right to equality. It refers to equality in the eyes of the law, irrespective of caste, race, religion, place of birth or gender. The government cannot deny this right, but no individual or group of persons can claim any special treatment or any special offer. Article 14 guarantees equality of all citizens in India as well as territory of India. Article 15 prohibits discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, sex, place of birth or any of them. Article 16 guarantees equality of opportunity. Article 17 abolishes the practice of untouchability. Article 18 prohibits the state from granting any title. Article 19 guarantees freedom of speech and expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of farm association, freedom of movement, freedom of residence and settlement, freedom of profession, occupation, trade and business. Article 20 provides protection from conviction for offences in certain respects. Article 21 prevents the encroachment. Article 22 provides specific rights to arrested and detained persons. Article 23 prohibits any act of compelling a person to work without wages. Article 24 prohibits the employment of children below the age of 14 years. Article 25 guarantees all persons the freedom of consent. Article 26 guarantees all religious denominations. Article 27 guarantees freedom for payment of taxes. Article 28 prohibits religious instruction. Articles 29 and 30 are measures to protect the rights of cultural, linguistics, and religious minorities by enabling them to conserve their heritage and protecting them against discrimination. Next topic is value education. Value education is nothing but learning through which knowledge about the particular thing. With the help of our knowledge and experience, we can identify our values to understand ourselves and our relationship with others and their environment. Types of value education. in three types: formal education, value education, value-based environmental education. So what is a formal education? All learning process in formal education are self-related. All people will read, write, will get good job and tackle any problem only with the help of this formal education. In the case of value education, is an instrument used to analyze our behavior and provide proper direction to our next generation. It teaches the difference between right and wrong. For example, a person is highly qualified, well employed, and a rich living style. Sometimes he doesn't know how to behave with his environment. But value education does this. Next, value-based environmental education. Environmental education provides knowledge about the principle of ecology, what is the interaction between biotic and abiotic component in the biodiversity. When environment gets degraded, it affects our health and our future. And objectives of value education: to improve integral growth of human being, to create attitudes and improvement towards sustainable lifestyle, to understand about our environment, to know about between biotic and abiotic compound. Types of values. There are 5 types of values: universal values or social values, cultural values, individual values, global values, spiritual values. What is universal values or social values? Universal values tell us about the importance of the human conditions. It is reflected in life, joy, love, compassion, etc. Next, cultural values. Cultural values varies with respect to time and place. It is reflected in language, aesthetics, education, law, economics, etc. What is individual values? Individual values are our personal principles and the result of individual personality and experiences. It is reflected in individual goals, relationship, etc. What is global values? Global values stress the concept. Spiritual values. Spiritual values promote conservationism. It is reflected in self-restraint, self-discipline, etc.